Hello everyone and welcome to metroTV. I'm your host Andy Hoig, CEO, publisher of Metro Magazine. So happy to have you here with us today. Today we'll be talking to JDRF about their upcoming walk. Opera Omaha, Opera Outdoors is coming up too at the end of the month, and Miss Nebraska for America pageants. This is something new, so that's why I had to look at my notes. Something new. I'm interviewing Jaquel Lane. All about what she's doing and what her platform is for this new event coming up in 2020. So don't go away. We will be right back. Well, welcome back. I'm here with Chris Dunn, the JDRF Development Manager, JDRF Nebraska Southwest Iowa chapter, and also Mikan, you are the JDRF One Walk event chair. So I want to thank you ladies both for coming on the show with me today. So the JDRF walk is coming up here in a few weeks. So let's first talk about that a little bit. When's the walk? And
absolutely. Well, thank you. We appreciate the opportunity to share. Yes, our walk is coming up Saturday, August 24th. We have a new venue this year. We're going to be at TD Ameritrade Park.
Okay.
Check-in will begin at 8 a.m. and then the walk will start at 9. You'll see a lot of the familiar festivities that we've had in the past, the big bounce houses and the virtual reality and the food and the face painters. But we'll also be inside the ballpark this year. So
fun.
Yes, it will be really a lot of fun. We'll have lots of great activities up on the concourse. Omaha Baseball Village is doing us some great favors by loaning us some activities from the College World Series. We'll have team photos inside the ballpark. We'll do a 7th inning stretch before we kick off the festivities with the actual walk. And we actually get to finish the walk inside the ballpark on the warning track around the ball field where we have our Mile of Hope, which is always such an inspiring part of the walk.
How long is the walk? I mean, how far is the walk? Is this a 5K or is it?
No,
it's like 2 miles or?
Yes, it's a 2-mile walk. We try to keep it very family friendly.
Absolutely.
We know there's a lot of folks that have young children.
Yeah.
So we want you to feel like you're getting a little bit of exercise, but at the same time, it's very doable for families with small children.
All right. Well, I want to go over to Mikan. So talk to me. You have a personal relationship with JDRF. So please talk about that a little bit.
So my son Sam was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when he was 3 years old.
Okay.
So we got involved with the walk right away. Some of our friends reached out and said, you really need to find your community, find that feeling of hope. Mm-hmm. And so we went down, shortly after diagnosis, quite honestly, down to the TD Ameritrade, or down to the walk, and really met up with other T1D parents, other children with T1D, adults with T1D, and it was just a really inspiring event. Yeah. So,
how old's your son now?
He is now 6.
6. So like 3 years ago.
This will be our third walk.
This one all kind of came to be. So, talk about when he was first diagnosed. I mean, as a mother, what was going through your mind? I mean, it had to have been scary.
It was very scary. We don't have any kind of diabetes in our family.
Yeah.
It came on very quickly. One of the signs and symptoms is, frequent urination, and also needing to drink a lot of water. Mm. So it was a quick change in his behavior that kind of triggered me going in with him and saying, hey, let's get him tested. And it was just within the hour, you're now facing a life of injections.
Right.
He does 4 to 5 injections every day.
Wow.
And every time he eats, every time he has exercise, you'll have to take all that into effect on how he's going to be treated. So
and I mean, and how is he? I mean,
he's doing great.
He's
doing great. So resilient.
Yeah.
I guess it's just every child. I mean, she has two of her children are type 1 diabetics too.
Right.
And I mean, their resiliency and
I think they can teach us older adults a lot about life and resiliency. I mean, we don't ever want to see our children have to go through this, but I think a lot of times they can they mirror back to us just like this amazing spirit,
Right.
human spirit. So,
But there's also the drive to want better for them too.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why this event is so important
Absolutely.
to me and to all the families.
Yeah.
Like we have to find better than
Yeah.
just what we have. So.
absolutely. I mean, and yeah, the work that JDRF is doing is so important. So how can people be a part of this walk coming up?
Well, we would love to have folks sign up either as a walk team or
Okay.
even as an individual walker, and they can just go to walk.jdrf.org and search for the Omaha Walk to sign up. There's no charge to register. We just really encourage folks, if they are able to, do a little bit of fundraising for us, that would be
Absolutely.
phenomenal, because we have made some amazing strides in research in the past few years. In fact, our president and CEO said recently that there's been more progress in research for type 1 diabetes in the last 12 months than the previous 40
Really?
years combined. So it is not the time to take our foot off the gas, but we can't
Yeah.
get there without the help of people in the community who come out to support events like the walk.
So, I mean, the next question, like, where does the money go? And it goes to the research piece of it?
Exactly. So JDRF is very careful with every dollar that we
Yeah.
bring in. We are able to ensure that 80 cents of every dollar goes directly to mission, and that's almost unheard of in the nonprofit community. So we are able to really make sure that that money is put to good use.
Yeah.
When my son, who is now 15, was diagnosed at age 2, we were
Wow.
poking his little fingers up to 20 times a day, around the clock, midnight and 3 a.m. every single night. And now, Micah's son and my children both have this technology where they wear a little sensor, and we get real-time blood sugar readings every 5 minutes.
Wow.
And that technology has been life-changing. So that's just where we are today. Where we're going to be in the next few years is even more exciting.
All right, that is exciting. So again, encourage everybody to come out to the walk, and then if you can form a team or fundraise at some level, because it's just a great way to get together and to support each other, to raise money for an awareness for JDRF,
Exactly.
and also just to just celebrate. I mean,
Yes.
and bring everybody together. So
Exactly.
yeah. So any final words before we go?
No, I just hope to see everybody
Yeah.
out there. We're really getting excited. Really
Yeah.
getting excited.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for coming on the show today.
Yep, thank you. We appreciate the
Yeah.
opportunity.
You're welcome. And we will be right back. Well, I'm here now with Sean Kelly. He is the head of music for Opera Omaha. Sean, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
So one of my favorite events kind of during the summer is Opera Outdoors, and that's coming up here in a few weeks.
Yep.
Is it what's the date on that?
It is the 23rd.
The 23rd,
August
so it's Friday the
23rd.
23rd.
It's Friday night.
Again, a great event. So tell us, what is Opera Outdoors?
So Opera Outdoors is a free outdoor concert that Opera Omaha does for the community. It's in Turner Park. It starts at 7 p.m. I think the park opens at like 5:30.
Okay.
We have a kid zone at 6 with face painting and balloon animals
Yeah.
and things. And then the music will start at 7. And it features our community partners, our Holland Community Opera Fellows,
Right.
and then visiting artists from all over the country, and the Opera Omaha course.
Yeah. So what year is this for Opera Outdoors? Or I'm asking you
It's
something.
the 7th year.
It's the 7th year? Okay.
Yes.
Because I remember when when they had their first annual Opera Outdoors,
Yes.
and it was just pretty incredible, and it really, to me, allows people from the community to come and experience opera
Yeah.
in a way, because sometimes people are a little afraid
Sure.
of opera, and they're
Yeah.
not quite sure. They have some,
Absolutely.
thing that they think about it. It's a great way to come out and experience what it's all about and just the beauty of it, the absolute beauty
I mean,
of it.
it's free. It's
Yeah.
outside. You could bring a picnic basket with
Yeah.
some wine and some cheese and crackers and
Yeah,
enjoy it. Or
yeah, and it's family friendly.
It's family friendly. There's no violence.
Yeah, but again, you can bring your kids because there's outdoors activities for kids, and it really
Sure.
is a way for those who maybe don't experience opera or haven't been to an opera to really come out and experience it in a way.
It's a good sample platter.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about, we talked about what time guests should arrive. Did you say 5:30?
Well, the park is, I mean, the park is always open,
Right.
but open for this event at 5:30.
Right.
People, I'm often there early that afternoon
Yeah.
to help set up different things, and there are people who have their blankets.
I know, because you
They're
might
like,
want to
this
get
is my spot.
You
I
might
want my
want to
good
get a good spot
at 2 and 3 in the afternoon.
Right.
But yeah, the event starts at 7, and people usually start to show up around
Right.
5:30 or 6.
So what kind of music? I mean, because there's different types of operatic music. So what kind of
Absolutely.
music can people expect coming to this?
So with Opera Outdoors, we try our best to do a little bit of teaser for the upcoming season.
Okay.
So we'll do, a selection or two from our upcoming season, which are Madame Butterfly. And
Which is amazing, because I remember when because that's the
June Kaneko,
yeah,
Madame Butterfly.
Yeah, which is, I just remember when we did that on our cover, like, was that 10 years ago when it came? About 10?
The very
okay.
first one, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do something from Butterfly, which we're performing in November. Abduction from the Seraglio is in February, and Capulet and Montagues by Bellini is an Italian telling of the Romeo and Juliet story in April. So we'll do a little bit of music from these three titles, and then some greatest hits.
Okay.
Well, yeah, of course I've heard that tune, or you can whistle that tune.
Right.
And then some just really big, beautiful, glorious, big choruses and
Yeah.
kind of just lean back and let it wash over
Right,
you kind of music.
right. So can you tell me about who are some of the performers?
Absolutely. So our 4 Holland Community Opera Fellows are Kate Pomeranke, who's a returning fellow. This will be her 2nd year. Caitlin Zardetto will be her 1st year. She's a mezzo-soprano. Gwenna Fairchild Taylor is our 1st year. She's a soprano. And Jared Hiscock is a baritone, and it'll be his 1st year. So 3 first years and 1 returning opera fellow. And they're performing some duets. The beautiful tomb scene from the Capulet and Montagues, which is nice. And then our visiting artists are Alexandra Lobianco is a soprano, Peter Drackley is a tenor, and Hidenori Inoue is a bass.
Okay.
And they're really fantastic singers, and they sound really good together. And it should be great.
Yeah, wonderful. So it starts at 7. I mean, how is this a 2-hour performance? Is it what's the?
We will be finished by 9.
Okay.
We start with our community partners, and they'll perform for about 20 minutes, and then the community, the opera fellows will perform, and then the soloist with the chorus will perform. So the whole thing, it's not too short, but it's not too long either.
Yeah, but the great thing, I mean, you're out at Midtown Crossing, you're sitting on the lawn with your picnic basket, or you're in one of the restaurants sitting out on the patio, and it's just a great way to enjoy something that either you absolutely love or something you've never been exposed to, and get the opportunity to learn something new and maybe take in a new cultural arts piece, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't live far from Midtown Crossing,
Yeah.
and it's always interesting. Within like a week or so after that, I'll be at the supermarket, and someone, I saw you at Opera Outdoors. I really enjoyed it. I've never heard opera before, and it really always. I mean, I've been doing this forever, and it always warms me up when I hear someone who hasn't been exposed to opera, experience it and enjoy it. It's really
wonderful.
It's touching.
Yeah. So on a personal note, how long have you been with Opera Omaha?
Starting my 3rd season.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So this is my 3rd Opera Outdoors.
Yeah. Okay. So how can people, if we want to find out, if we want to learn a little bit more about it, is there a website we can
Absolutely,
go to?
operaomaha.org.
Okay.
It's our website, and there's plenty of links.
Yeah.
And things to prepare and things to read about our community partners or our fellows.
Okay. And then also, I mean, I know the season's kicking off, like you said, the first performance of the year is in November, correct? So people can find out more about that and buy tickets and all that good stuff. And again, Madame Butterfly, I just remember when that premiered here in Omaha 10 years ago. I mean, it was like a huge thing, and it's beautiful.
It is a very beautiful production.
Yeah, it's unlike anything that you've ever seen before, unless you actually saw it 10 years ago.
Yes.
So
we're all looking forward to starting with Butterfly.
Okay, so Sean, thank you. operaomaha.org to find out more information about Opera Outdoors or all the opera performances coming up. So I appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And we will be right back. Well, welcome back. I'm here with Jaquel Lane, Miss Douglas County for America, and also just a really good friend. So Jaquel, thank you for being here.
I'm so excited to be here, so thank you.
So I first want to just learn about what is the Miss Nebraska for America pageant?
Absolutely. So the Miss Nebraska for America pageant is in conjunction with the Mrs. America pageant that happens on April 4th of 2020. So, and it's going to be really fun. So I'd love it if you came out and supported us. And
it's on my calendar.
It's on your calendar.
It's on my calendar.
It's going to be some phenomenal ladies that have some really impactful platforms.
Yeah, because this is new, right?
This is new. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The Mrs. Nebraska for America has been around for a very long time, but my pageant is newer, and so it's for anyone that is single or widowed or divorced that likes to speak out and is involved in the community.
Yeah.
And it's a really great opportunity. So
I love that because there's so many women that are doing amazing things, and this is a way to recognize them, and also there's a reason that inspired you to do this. So let's talk about that a little bit. What inspired you to get involved with this?
Absolutely. So my platform is promoting the issue of at-risk youth and suicide prevention amongst teens. This is my 11th year teaching in the public school system. And I've seen so many amazing young people, and I've learned so much from them and from their struggles and their stories that it really impacted me and propelled me to speak out on all of the issues that are really surrounding what they go through and what our young people go through on a daily basis, and how we as teachers, community members, administrators, and stakeholders can help them.
Yeah, because you're really there. I mean, you're at ground zero with these kids. I mean, you show up because you're just about, I mean, the school's starting again, and you're at ground zero and seeing these kids on a level, in a way that a lot of times people can't see them because you're in their daily lives.
We are in their daily lives, and I think what we fail to recognize sometimes is that a lot of our students, and for a lot of our students and a lot of our students' parents, the school in general has not been a positive experience for them and going to school, because it meant them being bullied or someone being unkind to them. And I think that we really need to work together. It really does take a village to raise a child, and make our schools a welcoming, safe place. And it really does. It's really going to take all of us stepping up. Yeah.
So as I'm looking at kind of the talking points here, talk about the rate of teenage suicide. I mean, it's scary.
It's an absolutely staggering statistic. So suicide rates have never been higher. They're the highest that they have ever been in the past 2 decades. And you know, you step back and you think about this and you say, what is causing this, or has this issue been as bad in the past? If I were to shed a little bit of light on that situation, I think that it's much easier with all the wonderful things that technology brings to our young people, be it social media and giving them a platform, giving us all a platform to really have our voices be heard. It also has some very negative consequences for our young people. And it's this veil that we can kind of hide behind, and that children can hide behind, to be very cruel to one another. And one thing that we're working on, and that a lot of the phenomenal, amazing teachers and educators that I work with are working on, is creating a way for them to use it in a positive way, teaching kids how do we use technology in a positive way, not one to bully one another, but to stand up for one another.
Yeah, because you look at the side that, you know, the child that's being bullied, but the child that's actually being the bullier, there's issues on that end as well.
There are absolutely issues on that spectrum. And so it's never, I think, oftentimes the old way of doing things, where we labeled students as quote unquote the bully or the bad kid, you know, it's all about positive behavioral supports. And for, you know, and even teachers and the amazing things that we're doing in our school systems, where for every negative, there has to be several positives to support that, because the old way of doing things just simply isn't working for us.
Right.
And
So I guess I'm going to ask you too is, again, looking off the wonderful, talking points. Yeah. What person do you look up to the most, and why? Because we all have probably several people in our lives that really that influence us and how we go. So tell me who that is.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, I have several mentors that have made crazy impactful differences in my life, and I've been so very fortunate for that. But I would have to say my mother, number one, because she's a former teacher. She was a music teacher. I did not want to be a teacher in the beginning, and she's kind of the inspiration behind going back for me, for going back and doing that. And just her passion for at-risk adolescents. She has a mental health agency where she helps at-risk youth, and she helps parents learn how to parent and be good parents in Western Nebraska. And just a really strong woman, and has helped a lot of kids.
Yeah. Yeah, your mother's just awesome.
Well, and she loves you, and we love you, and I love you. So
yeah. But anybody else? I mean, is there anybody else? Just maybe there's somebody that's not maybe you personally know, or is there somebody that you kind of see out in the world doing something
phenomenal things? Absolutely. I mean, honestly, if I were to say my heroes, it would be every single teacher that walks into a classroom every single day and is with those kids and helps those kids. I think that oftentimes we see in the media, it's easy to see the downfalls or the things that we're maybe not doing the best work at. But the teachers that I see day in and day out that are giving their time, energy, and talents to these children that are saving lives, those are my mentors.
Yeah. And it's so important. So let's kind of a final note. What do you hope to accomplish if you are named Miss Nebraska for America?
Yes, absolutely. So it would be my goal, honestly, to go around to schools and talk to stakeholders, community members about ways that we can help at-risk youth, whether it's through getting the important training in trauma-informed care or getting mental health assistance into our schools, and I'm not saying that there is a right answer or a cure-all for everything. I am saying that we need positive reinforcements within our schools, whether that's through mentorship or volunteering. We need those because they will save our children's lives, and they are our future. I mean, that is the future of our community.
Yeah, they are the future, and also, as this platform that you have and saving lives, and also giving kids the tools to be successful, thriving community citizens.
Contributing members to our community.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I think that the statistic of what a child that is incarcerated will cost us is upwards of $292,000.
Yeah.
And it's not filling our jails. It is encouraging and being positive of those kids who haven't been given all of the opportunities necessary to succeed.
Yeah.
And we can do that. We have that in ourselves as a community to give back. So.
And also, I just want to say this too, is it helps them be able to raise their own families to then have their kids go out and contribute to community. I mean, there's the ripple effect is like in the hundreds of thousands if you really kind of look at how that all just kind of trickles down.
Absolutely. The basis of my platform is love. And if we start at the foundational, fundamental beginnings with children who are born into love, then where can we go wrong? Because children are not taught to hate. So let's be the light.
Absolutely. Is there a website that people can go learn more about you or learn more about the whole platform, the pageant?
Absolutely. So Miss Nebraska for America has a website. You can absolutely type that in to Google, to the search engine. And then I'm on Facebook and Instagram for Miss Douglas County for America. And I'm really looking forward to some positive changes and doing some great things in 2020. So.
All right. Jaquel, first of all, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're an amazing woman. I'm blessed to know you.
I'm blessed to know you.
But you're doing really great things in the community and in the world. So,
so are you.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yes.
And we will be right back. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I will tell you, nominations for your favorite charity event are now open, so go to spiritofomaha.com, vote for your favorite charity event, and we look forward to seeing you back here next week.